Hello everyone, this is Mitch and welcome to my Banished tips and tricks video. So for this video I've created this map, Ilfsdorf, and I've played it for a couple of minutes just so I would have something to show. And let's start with the first tip. Build houses early. Why? While food is a pretty big concern early on, the amount you start with should last you through the first winter. But what this food won't do for you is prevent your people from freezing to death. And providing homes means your villagers can get to making babies faster, which means more laborers early on, which you will need to gather food and build other important structures. Now I know it can be tempting to build a barn, but the storage cart you start out with should last you for a long time. So houses, food, and a woodcutter to keep the homes warm, and this way you shouldn't need a cemetery early on. This should give you enough breathing room to plan out what you really need to be building next. And on to the next step. Cutting trees strategically. Why? While clear-cutting farther and farther away from the center of your town can work, but paying attention and cutting older, more mature trees, crooked trees, and avoiding to cut saplings will cut back on the need to build a forester's lodge early on. Cutting fully grown trees also seems to provide more logs. And you will notice that if you leave some trees around, more will grow, which means you will always have some nearby to cut when you need it. This is especially useful early on because you don't really have that much to do, and you save resources by holding up on the Forester's Lodge. The only two reasons to build a Forester's Lodge is to automate wood production and to speed regrowth because they plant saplings. Provide food variety. Health depends on it, and it affects the chances to get sick and of dying of diseases. So there are 4 types of food, which are grain, fruit, vegetables, and proteins, so meat. And then there are herbs, which help if you cannot provide every type of food. Early on, the gatherer's hut will provide fruit and vegetables, and fishing docks or hunting cabins can provide the meat. However, grains only come from wheat or corn, which you require the seeds for and need crop fields to grow. Now, just to put things into perspective, diseases aren't exactly common, but in my first map, I was at about 100 people and had no hospital, and a disease broke out, and I lost about 20 people. So you want to keep your citizens healthy. Now, don't freak out about fields, orchards, and pastures. While they are more space efficient than hunting cabins, fishing docks, and gatherers' huts, they also have a delay in production. Most of these things provide only once per year, one season per year, while everything else provides food year-long. Build schools. Educating your people basically makes them better at everything. However, early on, the school isn't exactly cheap, and also schooling your children has a little side effect. A little before your kids would turn into adults, they enter school instead, and they stay in school for several years. So when you first build it, you will experience some lag in the growth of your workforce. So just make sure everything's going good in your town before building it. Build mines and quarries. Don't wait until you're about to run out of iron and stone on the surface before building these structures. While they are expensive and work slowly, you can place them close to your town center, instead of having to walk out farther and farther and having to build bridges to collect more stone and more iron. You can also choose what your mines produce between iron and coal. The only way to obtain coal is with a mine, and it can serve to keep your homes warm or to produce more durable steel tools. So this is going to be it for this video. I hope it was helpful. The channel being new, I would appreciate all feedback I can get. What worked well, what I could improve. Of course, if you like this video, feel free to like it and subscribe. Thank you for watching. See you later.